Well, part of it is from the start, make sure the tent that you pitch is as big as possible to actually fit everybody in. And I think a lot of the conversations that are happening within the Identity Ecosystem Steering Group are along the lines of what John Bradley was just hinting at, where we have a NIST guidance, Special Pub 800-63, that's focused on guidelines for federal agencies for electronic authentication. It's used around the world. It's applied a lot of places that aren't federal agencies, sometimes to great effect, and sometimes, as John said, some of the limitations of the document start to become a little bit more evident. A lot of what we're really trying to do within the steering group and with the broader efforts that we're focused on within the NSIC program is how do you come up with other standards or other frameworks that can be used across a much broader array of different types of individuals and reliant parties that are going to be trusting these. Certainly within state and local, you mentioned state and local government, it's an area where we've had a lot of interest. The states have been working through NACIO over the last few years to come up with what they call SICAM, the State Identity Credential and Access Management Framework, something that is sort of a parallel to what we've done with FICAM on the federal level. More, I guess, close to home within our office, we've actually funded a handful of pilots that are touching the states. We were blessed to receive a little bit of extra funding last year from a program that OMB was running, the Partnership Fund for Program Integrity Innovation, focused on making grants to states to help them improve the delivery of state benefit programs. We used that, partnered with them to fund pilots in the state of Michigan and Pennsylvania that are both going to be rolling out in 2014, focusing on how you can leverage NSIC-aligned trusted identity solutions to actually help people have an easier time applying for state benefits, maybe not have to show up in person for in-person identity proofing because they've already gone through a process someplace else. Even more interesting, in my view, is what's going on in the Commonwealth of Virginia right now through a pilot that we funded with AMVA, the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators, where Virginia's really popped up in their DMV and said, unlike a lot of DMVs that have said they don't think they're in the identity business, DMVs will just insist they give you this plastic card that says you can operate a motor vehicle. The folks in Virginia have said, that's kind of silly. We actually are doing this. We own it. And if we accept that we do and allow citizens in the state to actually leverage it, they can have a whole bunch of other benefits. And so as part of this pilot, we'll see probably in first quarter of 2014, in Virginia, you could be able to essentially ask the state DMV to transmit a set of validated attributes about yourself that they have validated when you came in for your in-person identity proofing to get your driver's license, and then transmit them through a very secure privacy-enhancing channel to a commercial party, which could then use it to elevate the level of trust in a transaction. So Inova Health Systems, who I think most people know is the largest health network in Northern Virginia, is actually going to be the first service provider accepting some of these trusted credentials. And we're really excited to see how that kind of public-private partnership can be a foundation for others across the country.
Terrific.